Okay. Kayla got the 111, number 111. Sipping lemonade, throwing light shade. Okay.
So know where you at, I ain't scary. Just had to get some niggas ready. I had you wondering how you could get me.
What's good, you all? It's Kayla Got the 411. I'm back for another What's Good episode. I'm here with Jordan. Jordan, how are you doing, beautiful?
Hey, how you doing?
For us to get here, but I'm glad that you was able to join me. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Now, on this segment, this is called What's Good. I got to ask, of course, what's good with you? How's your mental health? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Yeah, just blossoming like a tree. Like a big.
And that's the good part that you're working. We were talking earlier that, a lot of artists, they really want to be able to go out and do those shows. And the pandemic is ending now, you all. There's no excuse for you all not to be out there working. Now, they call you the Guyanese pop princess because you are originally from Guyana.
Yes.
So how has the support been from the people of Guyana? Even though you make like pop music, but you still rep where you're from.
The support's been great, honestly. I love my people. They love me. And I actually have my first show next week in Guyana.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm opening up for Spice, so it's going to be very lit at the Cricket Carnival.
Are you an emotional person? Do you think you're gonna tear up before you like go on stage? Yeah, that's like a big deal.
Nah, I ain't gonna tear up. But probably afterward, I'll definitely cry because like every time you accomplish a milestone, it's just like, whew,
That really is going back
emotional.
to. I see that you're a fan of Nicki Minaj too, girl. I'm an OG Barb. And I remember she went back to Trinidad for her people. It's just like when you go back home, it's like, yeah, I made it. It's kind of inspirational for everybody else to see, okay, I can do it. You can do it as well. Now we are out of a pandemic. How did you utilize your time during the pandemic? Like, did you focus in the studio, go to rehearsal, or did you just kind of feel like, okay, I'm gonna chill?
I've stayed working the whole pandemic. I didn't even know we was in a pandemic. It's actually like it actually no, seriously, like besides like just putting the mask on, that was like the only thing different about my life. Actually, I got busier in the pandemic. So I do a lot of TV and film stuff, and TV shows and movies is like only thing that people watch now, like every day. So I got in that field a lot. Then just kept on my grind, and then I'm working on my deluxe, drop Love Songs About Nobody, and then independent fun. I did.
And that's a break that you made too, because I think that probably was my busiest too. Like a lot of people were doing interviews, people was at home, wanting to keep up with you artists. So I feel like that was a time as a creative or artist, no matter what you do, that was grind time. Like if you got through the pandemic, like there's no excuse now that we're out of it. Now take me back to when you were a kid, like what some of your musical inspirations were. Like who were you listening to back then?
Definitely Beyonce, One Direction, Aaliyah, Minnie Riperton, Prince, Stevie Wonder. I always listen to like a lot of Enrique Iglesias, 95. Like my music selections there is like broad. So I listen to like everything coming up as a kid. Yeah.
And you know what? I just told another artist that I think it's important for artists to expand their genres, because you ever heard that saying where they say some artists' music sound the same? And I think it's because they don't really have a wide range of variety. You don't have to be a nerd to like enjoy, One Direction. I mean, One Direction, they were doing big things out here.
I love me some One Direction.
Now, your latest project, Love Songs About Nobody, was released in 2021. Now, I'm a girly girl myself. I related to a lot of the songs. So what was the inspiration behind the title and the way you titled a lot of the songs?
I wrote the title down when I was a kid, and then I just decided to stay with that. I have like a notebook of it, like all these song titles and stuff. I was like, that's a really hard title. And then I was like, okay. And then all the other songs, like Rowdy, my mom thinks I need anger management, so I got inspiration for that. lustful desires, just like wanting worldly possessions, like fast cars and sexy women and stuff like that. I was watching, I think it was some like indie cartoon, and like I was just like got inspired by that, and it made it toxic. I literally like I deal with a lot of fake people, a lot of people that are just like disingenuine, especially in this industry. So like,
Girl, don't even get me. I live in Atlanta. I live in Atlanta, so I feel like Atlanta is probably, I don't know. The thing, I wonder if LA or Atlanta, which one is more shadier? The only difference is I feel like Atlanta is small, so you keep running into the same shady people like at every event. Like in LA, you probably like you see one person, and it's probably like, when's the chance you're gonna see them at another event? So I get it. So how do you actually stay like focused, knowing that you have to navigate in this industry, you have to network, but still not getting caught in the fake shit, if you know what I mean?
Honestly, like I just allow God to guide my steps. Like I be at the right place at the right time. A lot of the situations in my life is just like bumping into people. Like your network is your net worth. So like I like to keep a good relationship with a lot of people. But I'm out the way. Like I'm not in the mix too much. Like I'm in my own world. So that's how I stay out the drums and all that stuff. Just
you go home after the performance, because I'm the type of person I dip out. You know, I don't let it stay. I always say trouble's always at the end. I dip out for anything ends.
Definitely.
So let's go ahead and ask you a few questions now. They're more fun to get to know you a little better. So your song "Toxic" on the album. Give me 5 toxic traits about a person that's a turnoff for you.
Narcissist. Mean. Rude, and anybody that is what is that word? Try to think of the word. I forgot the word, but it's on the tip of my tongue. But them as well. That's really the 5 toxic traits.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and join Sorry to ask you. I think my 5 toxic traits are narcissists too. A lot of narcissists, people who are shallow, as well. People that are selfish. I hate selfish people. And 4, another person is people who are not genuine to themselves. And in this industry, unfortunately, like we're gonna run into a lot of people like that. Next, your song "Priceless" had a message behind it that you are priceless, you can't be bought, and you are making your own coin, taking your own trips. What's your most thirstiest interaction someone has ever did to get your attention?
Oh. Damn, that's a hard one.
It's probably too many to think of.
Yeah, it's a lot. Honestly, that's a hard one.
When they made you like walk away and be like, okay, that was creepy.
Ooh, a lot of times at like the beauty supply store.
Oh, that's the one, right? So what happens at the beauty supply store?
Well, like I think the best stuff at the beauty supply store are the ones that's in the hood. I don't like the beauty supply stores that are like don't really got the good stuff. So it just be like intense. There.
Oh yeah, I know they follow you around.
Yeah.
It make you. I think it's to the point now where a lot of us like we can just order things online. Like Amazon has most of them. It's a little more expensive, but in reality, at least you don't have to deal with people following you around. And that's when you are not working. What's one thing you do to help you relax?
Meditate and just like work out or go to sleep.
Yeah, you're a busy girl. That makes sense. So next, being pretty, people sometimes can think that pretty privilege comes with it. How would you respond to critics who haven't taken the time to actually get to know you and know everything that you've done? Because you've been acting and writing for a very long time. And I think a lot of people seem to forget that about you. You're not just somebody that just popped up in the industry. Like you've been doing this for a long time. So how would you respond to critics who think that about you?
Honestly, like I'm dealing with that now because like just because you have like you're just now finding out about me doesn't mean like I haven't been on my shit this whole time. So like I honestly don't like to defend myself too much in that matter because like I'm new to them, but the pretty privilege thing, I like trump that by just being like authentic and true to myself and being hard. Like I don't really care about what anybody got to say about it. You know?
What's wrong with being pretty? I said that on Twitter. I was like, I don't really understand what's wrong with being pretty. And then these days, you can't even like say I look good, because when you say I look good, everybody around you automatically hears that you're saying that they're ugly. When you didn't say that, all you said was I look like good. That makes no sense to me. Now, okay, towards the end of the interview, all right. So your video Priceless, I mean, it has over 1 million views now. Like, we're going to manifest something that you want for yourself to happen by the time next year. I'm real big on manifestation. I feel like if you say it, it's going to come true.
Definitely. Me too. Like consecutive number ones. Like I want to be on the chart longer than anybody's ever been on the chart. Like I just saw that, I forgot the artist, but they were on the charts for like 268 weeks. I'm really aiming for like 389 weeks.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Like, even Rihanna's album Auntie is still like on the charts after all these years. And I think it's possible as well too. Like your last project, I can definitely see that being a Billboard hit, just the way the song selection was. And I'm very big on the way a album or EP is set up. I think from the intro to the last song, I think it was a great rollout. Now, what do you have coming out for the rest of 2022? Because we are at the end of the year, girls. It's going by. What can we expect from you? Give us a 411.
I'm dropping like 3 more videos. I have a movie soundtrack dropping. Vampire Academy just actually released the TV show on Peacock. I did some of the soundtrack for that. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of TV and film things. And then really I'm just gearing up for 2023 as well. But the deluxe is coming before the end of the year.
Can we expect any great features? You got any surprise features? You can,
Yeah, actually, but I can't really talk about it anymore. So
I always try to get that out of y'all. I gotta stop doing
yeah.
No. Well, that's exciting also. So, we towards the end of the interview, I know you're a busy lady, but thank you so much, Jordan, for being on here. I'm glad to talk with you. And when you have your next project, let's catch up again and do some more Instagram live so your fans can interact.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You have a good night.